Arsenal Fan TV. I'm here at Wembley with the beautiful Alex Scott. And Alex, I was watching you a couple of weeks ago playing for England. You guys done so well. I mean, I remember watching that semi-final. I was heartbroken, right? When, you dominated the game, the second half, and then that lucky own goal that they got at the end. And I mean, how did you guys feel after that?
It was hard. It's a hard way to go out of a tournament and own goal. And like you said, I think we all felt we deserved something from that game. We poured our hearts into it, the passion that we showed. And it's a disappointing way to go out. But then we had to pick ourselves up again to go in for the third place playoff game. But overall, when you reflect on the tournament, we had such a great time, the team togetherness, the passion that we showed. And it's 8 weeks of our lives that will just be with us forever.
What was it like over there in Canada? I mean, it looked amazing.
It was. I think just, it was so special because the team was so together. No matter who was playing on the pitch, everyone was supporting each other. We just wanted everyone to do well. And I don't think for an England team, I've been a part of a team that's been so together. And I think that's what got us so far.
Did you guys realise the support that you had back here? Because I remember, like me, I was up till hours in the morning watching you guys. I mean, because of the time difference and everything. But I watched every England game. And there was so much support over it. The figures on BBC were amazing for viewing figures-wise.
It was hard because when you're away in a World Cup, you're kind of wrapped up in your own little bubble. And we've been hearing via social media that the press is going mad and the fans back home. But it's not until we actually got off the plane and, the reception that we got at Heathrow Airport and now people stopping us in the street saying that they're so proud of us and how we deserve to get a medal out of it. So it's not till we're back home and then people coming up to us now that it's kind of sinking in what an impact that we've made.
And you're talking about medals. You've got it there, haven't you? Let's see the medal.
Just cruising around with a medal.
Look, I've never held a medal before. Look at that, look. Check that out. That is awesome. That is awesome.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, so I'm just holding it and hanging around with it. I think I need to get it framed along with the shirt.
England players don't get many medals, so hold on to it. Yeah. Keep it.
This is one to treasure.
Definitely one to treasure. And I mean, the other thing that I really thought about that tournament, which women's football on a whole, the standard. I remember there was I can't remember her name. It was one player who played for. Was it? It slipped me down as I was saying it. Colombia. There was a player that played for Colombia. And she was so skillful. I've forgotten her name now, but there was so many. I've forgotten her name, but throughout the tournament, you had some great players. I mean, the lady who plays for Reading.
Oh yeah, Mini Messi. Now she's actually to Chelsea after the World Cup.
And I liked her now. Now she's gone to Chelsea, but. She was awesome. I mean, what? So many great talents out there.
Yeah, and I think that's what people saw is, people's had perceptions of women's football in the past. And I think this World Cup kind of changed people's feelings on women's football because, yes, the skill level is there. Yes, we're not as strong as the men or maybe as fast, but there's other elements to the game that are just up there with the men's game. And it's kind of, we've never been wanting to be compared to the men's game. We are our own kind of, our own style. We're unique in our way. But the World Cup was such at a high standard. I think people took that and appreciated what they saw.
And I mean, even like the Japanese, the way they pass it around, that reminded me a bit of Arsenal, the way they try and knock it about. The Americans are very good. I think they deserve to win it in the end. And again, their viewing figures that they got over there in the States were amazing, weren't they, for that final?
Yeah, amazing. And if you see their victory parade, I think they shut down the whole of New York. I think Taylor Swift had them up on stage, celebrating with them. And it just goes to show, it doesn't matter kind of in America what team win. It's about, you've done the country proud.
Listen, you guys done the country proud. You come back to England and then it's back to basics, back to Arsenal. You're back in training. I mean, your season's still continuing, so you've sort of had to come from a tournament. Normally our players, when they come for a tournament, the men players, they're holiday, they're shattered. You guys are straight back in it. How you've managed it?
Well, I think for us, we're just still on this roller coaster and, we know we're role models for women's football. And for us, it's about, taking this momentum further in women's football, making sure the fans, carry on and that they can access us. So for us, it's straight back into business, like you said. And we've got our Arsenal hats on now. We want to progress in the league and do well, but take women's football to the next standard.
But no disrespect, but isn't it hard? You've all them packed stadiums over there in Canada. Come back, you've got to play at Boreham Wood. I mean, no disrespect to Bournemouth, but when you run out there, were you not thinking, oh gosh?
For me, no, because it's being back at Arsenal, I'm getting this Arsenal shirt on, and it's the club that I've grown up at and I love. So it's like you said, it's back to your day job, and that's where it all started. You know, if I wasn't doing well for Arsenal, I wouldn't be in the England team for starters. But no, I think for now, women's football is about playing in the small stadiums. Until we get the massive fan base, you can't then go and play at a massive stadium where the stadium's not full. So for us, it was a great crowd at Boreham Wood. It was record figures all around the league. But we're just hoping that now continues every week. It's not just a one-off.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to seize the momentum now that people are really behind it. And I see, rolling up here today, the cup finals here. Unfortunately, you guys ain't in it. I remember I was there last year when you guys won it. But is it Notts County and v Chelsea, and reasonable prices to come here as well to watch that game. I mean, how do we keep that momentum going in women's football?
Well, I think that was one of our aims going into a World Cup. Yes, we wanted to get to the final, we wanted to win a medal, but we also wanted to inspire a nation. And I think, since coming home, that's what we really have done. People are asking questions about women's football. If you look around social media, TV programs, they're getting women footballers on. And that's what we need. We need to put women's football in people's faces. And then, yes, we can have cup finals at Wembley. And like you said, about getting into the bigger stadiums, because there will be the fan base there. People will want to come out and watch women's football.
It's kind of harder for you guys, isn't it? Because you ain't just got to do it for your club and concentrate on that. You're carrying the whole of women's football everywhere you go. You can't be a Jack Grealish laid out on the floor out on holiday. You've got to keep the standard at all times for women's football.
Definitely. We want to keep pushing it. So then when I finally hang my boots up, I know that I've left women's football in a better place from when I started it. And from when I started, when I was 8, I remember I used to have baggy Arsenal kit, and now look, the new ones are women's fit. And, we're going in the right direction. So as long as it keeps going in that direction, then we're all doing our jobs.
And back on Arsenal, how are you guys getting on at the moment?
Yeah, we're second in the league. So I think we've got 7 games left. So it's about pushing on, and we want silverware at Arsenal Ladies Football Club, and Arsenal in general is about, winning trophies.
And there's so many more teams now as well. I mean, a couple of seasons ago, there seems to be everybody's jumping into it now. City have got a real top team, and they're doing like the men's team, signing everybody up. Liverpool, they've done well against you guys at the weekend. It's really, the standard over here is raising up.
Definitely, and that's what the league needed. Gone are the days where we used to win everything. No matter, before the league started, you knew Arsenal ladies would win the trophy. The league needed to be more competitive, and like you said, there's a lot more investment in women's football now, with the likes of Chelsea investing in their ladies team, Manchester City, and there's more parity across the league now. And you can't go into a game thinking you've won it on a Sunday, because you never know.
Now, last time I was there at Wembley, it was for Ian Wright's thing. You was managing Ian Wright's team. You was the manageress, and you won, right? You won that game. Future in management for you, maybe?
I think for me, no, I've literally just finished my degree in journalism and sports broadcasting. So I think for me, I'm more suited to go down the TV route and punditry role. So, but I might make guest appearance, another Ian Wright game. Sign me up.
No, you were brilliant in that game. And listen, going on to the team at the moment, the men's team, because I know obviously you keep an eye on that. What have you made so far of the signings for Arsenal for the men's team? I mean, well, sign in. Petr Cech, good signing for you?
I think he's a great signing. He's still a number 1 goalkeeper and can walk into any team. So I think we needed an established goalkeeper like that. Future signings, I would like to see a striker. I know everyone's talking about Benzema. Definitely that would be a great signing. But I think maybe going after someone like Benteke at Aston Villa, that kind of striker, I think he'd be a great addition. But I think for this season, if we keep everyone fit, we've got a strong squad now. It's not just the starting 11. I think we've got a strong squad.
What about defensive midfielder? Because there's been some talk, people saying that, Coquelin done great, but we need someone else. Or do you feel that Coquelin and Arteta, them guys are enough there?
Yes, I think Coquelin had a great season, and I think he's only going to get better this season. Now he's had last season, he's got that experience under his belt. So I say stay with him, because he done a great job, and the amount of, yardage he was covering, the tackles he was putting in. No, I'm a big fan of his.
I mean, fitness-wise, going on to that, I mean, the women were so fit, and I don't mean that in a, I'm not being sexist here. I mean, you guys were so fit in that tournament. I mean, do you do the same regime as, say, the men, more or less, when you're training at Arsenal? Because you train at the same training ground, don't you?
Yeah, same training ground. We do the same. We're in the gym the same. The amount of strength and conditioning work, the fitness work on the pitch. But it's all part of the game. You know, if you want to be competing at the top levels, your fitness levels need to be there. There's no cutting corners if you want to be, you know, the top athlete that you want to be.
So, and especially you're like up and down, up and down. Yeah, I mean that your fitness levels. I mean, how much running do you do at the training ground? I mean, is that?
I'm constantly running. The strength and conditioning guy tells me I have to stop sprinting in training. But I know that's a massive part of my game. So if I lose that, then the potential's there to not be playing me. So, you know, every team knows if they're coming up against me, I'm just constantly going to be running for 90 minutes. And that's a strength of mine. So I have to keep improving in that area.
Now, just last thing I want to ask you, when's the next big women's tournament, like, you know, internationally? Because I think it's really captured the imagination of the nation, and I think they'll really be behind it. We can't wait for something like that.
I know, and that's what I mean. Straight after a World Cup, we're now already got qualifiers for the European Championships. So our first game's in September, which is Euro 2017. So that's the next thing. So now we've got a bronze medal. It's about turning that bronze medal into a gold one, and that's got to be our aim.
Well, listen, congratulations. You guys were brilliant. Congratulate the rest of the team. And win that league for Arsenal.
Definitely.
We want a double.
We're home.
We want a double, men's and women's doubles, definitely.
Yes, we'll try our best for that.
All right, big up Claude and Ty. Keep those debates going, bruv. Trust me, that's the best post-Arsenal entertainment ever. Keep it up.
Who are you behind?
You know what? Like, Claude is a realist,